Ninth graders, hope you had a great weekend. Hope you got outside. It was really, really nice. We got some good time to spend with family and hopefully just staying safe at home and safe and healthy. Lot to get into this week. Obviously, we were supposed to be off on Friday, this coming Friday, because we had the Friday before Easter weekend off. So there's only going to be 3 full days this week. But just like last week, let's use that last day to make sure we got everything caught up, okay? Let's dive right into it today. The reason I have the class comments from last week pulled up, this is fourth block, is to show you where I want you to put your journal entry today. Okay, you're going to post your journal entry like you would in your composition notebook, but you're going to do it as a class comment. And so as a class comment, the journal prompt that I want you to answer is you've done 1 week of online instruction. Tell me one thing that you thought went really, really well or that you enjoyed, and maybe one thing that you struggled with. It could be for my class. It could be for any other class. Tell me what you liked about it. Also tell me maybe what was difficult about it. Okay, so that's the first thing I want you to do to start off with that journal prompt. Second of all, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a way that you can earn 5 free bonus points. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want you guys to be able to watch these videos and understand, because I'm getting a lot of questions that I'm answering in the videos. And so what I want you to do is to make sure that you are watching this video before you do anything else, okay? So at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a way that you can just earn 5 extra credit points simply by watching the video, okay? So journal first, that's where we're going to start. After the journal, you're going to go back to Ed, okay, and you're going to open up that Be the Greater Good public service announcement, okay? It's going to be under your assignments tab, and you're going to open that bad boy up, and it's going to look a little bit something like this. This is a public service announcement, and we talked about it last week, which is meant to get the audience, younger people, to join the AmeriCorps and perhaps partake in some of the missions or some of the projects that we see in the video, okay? So you watched it last week, and I hope that you watch it again at least once or twice today, and then you're going to bump back over to the Analyze the Text questions. Now, keep this in mind. I know that the Analyze the Text questions are in Ed as well, but I trust Google Classroom to save your responses. So that's why I have it set up as an assignment on Classroom, because it's easier for you to have your answers there, and I know that Google will save it. So watch the video again at least once or twice. Respond to the Analyze the Text questions. For like the 3rd or 4th time since last week, remember, these are not 1-sentence answers. These are answers that make you look at things like the camera angle, the music, the types of people who are in the PSA. You have to evaluate, give your opinion as to why this is effective or not. So these are really wide-ranging, in-depth questions. And if you give me in-depth responses, you're going to be just fine. But if you're giving me 1 sentence, it's really, really easy to grade. Like I said last week, I want you guys to do well. I don't want to go, yep, that's 1 sentence, but it's easier to grade that way. So give me something to hang on to. Show me that you understand the PSA. All right? Then you are going to, once you've watched the PSA, once you've done your journal prompt, watched the PSA, done the Analyze the Text questions, you're going to kick over to the Fixing Run-On Sentences. I still see in our writing, okay, that we're really struggling with just making sure we know what a complete sentence is. So on page 1 here is a nice refresher of how to notice a run-on sentence, correct a run-on sentence using coordination, using semicolons, using conjunctive adverbs. That's page 1 you're looking at right here. And then page 2 is your turn to practice revising the run-on sentences. There's 10 items here. Okay, you're going to fix these based on whatever the suggestion is. So like for number 1, it says split into 2 sentences. Well, that should be pretty easy as long as you can recognize what constitutes a full sentence, split that bad boy into 2 sentences, and you'll be fine. Okay, that's the second part of today's assignment. The last thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to remind you to make sure that when you are done with things on Ed, mark them as read or mark them as completed. Okay, when you are done with things on Classroom, make sure they get turned in. Make sure that the whole assignment gets turned in. If you are late with something, that's okay. Okay, we're going to be really flexible with deadlines, but if you're late with something and it goes in as a 0 in PowerSchool, just know that it might take me a little bit to get back and check that in. So if you're late on something, let me know that you've done it, but know that it might be a little bit until I get it into PowerSchool for you. Okay. The last thing I want to give you is the way to earn 5 extra bonus points. If you are one of the first 5 people to add a class comment onto this assignment on Classroom with the word WrestleMania, if you add a class comment that just says WrestleMania, the first 5 people to do that will get 5 extra credit points. I hope you guys have a great Monday. Let's have a great week.